Hello, welcome to Flower Joos. My name's John McDonald, and today I just wanted to show you a couple of little arrangements, but also talk a little bit about floral fundamentals. Now, one or two of you might have seen on our Facebook page that I went to Holland recently, and it was a really magical time. So basically, I went to Holland and I was working with a group of other very talented people. And we were all creating designs to go in basically a magazine that's available online. So Floral Fundamentals is a collaboration between Dutch growers and florists, basically to showcase design talent, but also the quality and range of flowers that are available. So a lot of the growers, their products are absolutely amazing, and really, when you're buying through your wholesaler, you might be only seeing a tip of the iceberg for what's actually available. So if you can create a really good relationship with your suppliers, then you can actually ask for things in advance and ask for things that are a bit different. So for example, I once entered a competition and I wanted strelitzias, but I didn't want them to be perfectly straight. So what I did was I asked in advance, is it possible to get the odds and sods, the ones that have got really bendy stems and are not perfect? And that was no problem at all. They were really happy to supply that, and it did really well in that competition, so I was really pleased. So where will you find Floral Fundamentals? If you go into the App Store and have a little look, type in Floral Fundamentals and you can access it through the app. I think you can also do it through a web page as well, but the app is easiest. And essentially on there is newsletter, and if you put in your email, it'll keep you up to date. Now this is totally free, and you can see all the back issues of all the magazines that they've made. So lots of really exciting designers, lots of different ideas, and not necessarily ones that are over the top with lots of flowers, but ones that are creative, ones that are minimal, ones that are interesting. So maybe a good resource if you're looking for ideas. Totally free, just go online and have a little look. Now when I was over, we also went and visited some of the growers and saw some amazing things. And what was quite interesting was that one or two of the growers actually had a little bit of a shop at the end of their growing space where they could showcase their products, maybe deal direct with the public on a local level. And in one of those shops, I actually found this. Now, this is basically a little vase, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, I must have it. It's such fun. Now, I'm sure you can find these online. Essentially, they're very easy to get. This one is from peridesign.nl. So this is the supplier or the producer of these vases. And it turns out that actually they're quite common at the moment in the Netherlands because they're so fun. And I think customers would really love this. So essentially what we've got here is we've got wine glass, but it has got a base. So essentially it's a wine glass vase. We've got a little hole here, we've got a little hole here. So we're going to make a little design with our little funky vase. Now the great thing with this is it actually doesn't need a lot of product. And I would say if you had this as a gift, that would look amazing, but also it would look great for event work as well. So flower wise, I've got just a few pieces. I got myself a little plant. So we got a little calla lily, which is really cute. But I also wanted to just pop in a couple of these grasses. So let's have a look at our calla lily. It seems such a shame to cut it, but it was just the perfect colour, the perfect flower, and I wanted to do something that was quite autumnal. Now it would be nice if this was a little bit taller, but I'm working with what I've got. Now I was advised that if you're going to use a vase like this, it's quite thin glass, which is fair enough. But that also makes it a little bit more difficult to clean. And what I was told was the best thing to do is you can buy little, they're like little steel ball bearings, and these are available in the catering industry for cleaning glass. And you can pop them in, give them a shuggle round, and they will basically clean off the glass. So as you can see, we don't need a lot of material here. I actually think the leaves of these are really, really interesting as well. Now, in our description, I'll list all the information that you might want to ask. So if I can find a link for buying these, I'll list that, but I'll also do a link for floral fundamentals as well. Now, this I thought would be really nice, but it's absolutely lethal. A little bit of a rose hip. So I'm just going to take these thorns off. This is where a knife is quite a good thing. This is just from the garden, to be honest, and it's not perfect. And actually, for an autumn design, you don't necessarily want everything to be perfect. It can actually have a little bit of a look that is you know, the leaves are starting to turn, because that's just part of the season, really. Now, if we can just thread that one through, that would be great. So yes, for a little vase like this, the best advice is to use stems that are really clean. So rather than using things that are soft and will start to colour the glass or create a problem, then go for things that have nice clean stems. So like the calla lily is perfect, craspedia, gerbera, those type of things, perfect. Your kind of softer ones are going to start making this a little bit more messy. So probably better to steer away from that. And that is really as simple as it is. So if you can imagine a row of these down a table for an event, I think you can see that that would look really, really good. So we're just going to pop that one there. And I think as well, when something's fun, then it makes a huge difference. Now, the other thing I came across were these, and these were reduced. I got these for like €1.50 each, which was just amazing. I think they're really, really cute. And we're just going to make a very simple little design with these. And what I wanted to do was, if I just put flowers in here, they're just going to fall out, or they're just going to lean over to one side. So I want to put a little bit of weight in the bottom. So what I've got is I've got some little kenzans, some little pin holders, and just so that they don't rattle about, this is like a non-slip matting that you can get for putting into cupboards for glasses. It's kind of used in hotels as well, caravanning as well. So non-slip matting is really handy to have, and you can just cut a little bit, and we can drop that down into the bottom. Again, these little cheap glassware, the glass can be quite thin and quite delicate, so just be careful. But they are fun. So we've got our little containers with our little bases. The good thing with this being opaque is you're not really going to see that. Adding a little bit of water, and flower wise, depends what you're going to do with these, to be honest. I thought it might be quite interesting to go up a little bit. So this is just a little bit of iris leaf, and we can now get a little bit of height with them. So it depends where you're going to put this, to be honest. If you're going to have it front facing, or if you're wanting to have it so that it is all round. I'm really just having a play with this, to be honest. Because I'm working small, I thought I would sit down, and I'm not used to sitting down. Not when I'm doing flowers. So this is a little bit of heuchera, which I think is a really, really nice leaf. Because this is quite a dominant colour, you have to be kind of careful what you're going to put in. So I've chosen some of these little chrysanths, and these I've just got in the garden. They come up every year, and they're very prolific. Now, where I live here, we have All Saints, and All Saints is very, very big, and a lot of people buy the chrysanths for All Saints, and then I think once they're done and dusted, they're fine for going in the garden, and they're so easy to grow. So I had a little touch of lavender right beside where my chrysanths were, and I thought we'd just add a little bit of that. It literally had these 3 flowers on it. But this gives a bit of a contrast to our heavier elements, and then we can just look at adding our flowers. And that's where the little pin holder works really well. I can sit this so it sits up and it's got space. If we were just putting this straight in the vase, it would be leaning on the side, it would definitely be leaning forward, and it wouldn't necessarily be quite as nice the way that it's sitting. And to be honest, once you've got your key elements in, you don't have to use your pin holder for the placement of all the flowers. It can just hold literally the main flowers. Now I do have, again, 1 or 2 of these little rose hips. So the chrysanth is really still an autumn flower. So we'll just add the rose hips and continue that autumn feel. So this just shows you don't need a lot of flowers to make something that you can just enjoy in your house. And then you've got like a little collection of 2 little containers that make an interesting little highlight for wherever you're going to place it. So essentially, I see now I'm thinking I want to put that there. Yeah, we will. This is the fun of arranging flowers, is you can take your time, you can see what you've got, and you can create little interesting things. It's a really good way to focus your mind. It's a good distraction from the big wide world, and it's a wonderful way to be creative. So I hope you feel inspired by our 2 little arrangements today. They're quite fun. This one especially I think is really fun, and I wish I'd actually bought a few more. These ones I think are really, really cute, and because they are on a slant, they look a little bit different as well. So 2 little bits of arrangements for you. And head over to Floral Fundamentals, download the app, have a little look. There are really some great designs in all the back issues, and there's regular issues coming up. So once I've seen the pictures of the work that we've created at this photo shoot, I will share them with you, and you can have a little look. So thanks for joining us today. I hope you feel a little bit inspired, and we look forward to seeing you soon. We've got new videos every week, and we'd love you to join us for the next one. So until then, take care and see you soon.